हेलो 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 हेलो। अब ठीक है। यो वेलकम टू दिस। ऐसे शायद से दिखेगा अच्छे से। दिख रहा काफी
to go.
अरे यार डालना
Clear weather all around brightens the heart. Follow the wind. Cheer.
Can't handle your drink. Everybody stand back.
As one with wind and cloud.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
देना पड़
Add Astra. Thank you for completing. Add Astra.
स्टार्ट नहीं कर on start कर ऑलमोस्ट यार के नष्ट हो जाते हैं, अच्छा नहीं मिल। तो अरे भाई करून काय काय होत। What? What? Nice. भाई भाई मिल गया। वीरेंद्र सिंह, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। आ जाओ, हाँ आ जाओ ब्रो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। अरे भाई एक आक्रम मिल गया। केला है ब्रो मेरे पास, ये देखो।
Good roll.
अब बस इसको ये देना है ब्रो। ये विदाउट वेपन के मेरे ये स्टैट्स थे 66 182, और वो इसके साथ ये वाले वेपन। अब उसका वेपन मिल जाएगा तो की लेवल की बस और क्या चाहिए। हाँ भाई ये देखो भाई, भाई पीटी भी नहीं थी इतनी बिल्ड।
One more day off, and
ये पीटी भी मिला भाई, देखते 5। अरे भाई 15 की पीटी भी मिला भाई वो। तो भाई ये बनती है, बट्स बनानी पड़ी।
knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
अरे हाँ भाई ये ऐसे इसका भाई अपोजिट निकल रहा था, लेकिन अभी के लिए मुझे एलान के लिए यही चाहिए था, और ऐसे ही पुल किया मैंने, ये मिल गया। कैट्स भी अच्छे हैं इसके। ये मिला था रे, ये काम का नहीं है ये वेपन, ये वाला मेरे लिए तो, मेरे पास नीलो नहीं है। एचपी बेस्ड वेपन है। एक बार इम्पल्स का दूसरा मिला। अरे नहीं चाहिए भाई, तो उसके लिए आर्कॉन के लिए करने थे, ये करना था, कुछ करना था। और इस पे मैं गारंटीड हो कैरेक्टर के बैनर पे। फाइव 20 देखो 73 विश पे अभी गारंटीड है, कचिंग मिली थी लास्ट टाइम। अपना वेपन कलेक्शन दिखा जा रहा, हाँ दिखा।
Letter from an
ये लो ब्रो,
informant. Looks like the
Weapon collect.
situation has changed again.
में ऐड हो गया। एमोज वो भाई दो दो मिले मेरे को। ये रिसेंटली मिला था, ऐसे ही पुल कर रहा था, आ गया। फिर ये लेवल
Wind.
अरे भाई डबल डबल मिले एक
Navigating
ही
the
भाई
world's
मेरे
a
को।
whole lot easier with a few different identities to
हाँ
choose
बोलूं।
from. Need me to come up with some for you?
वैसे एक देखोगे तो ये चकरा जाओगे, ये नहीं करना था, डिफाइन कर दिया गलती से। स्टार्टिंग में मिला था तभी पता नहीं था ब्रो, ऐसे ही हो गया मेरे से भाई। R2 एक और होता तो दूसरे पे ये कर लेता, यूज कर लेता। हाँ हाँ भाई, लेकिन कोई वो आती नहीं। स्टार्टिंग में ये मिला था, उसके बाद ये मिला था, फिर बाद में ये मिलते चले गए।
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
चल अब आई जे
I have never thought I'd get to come to Sumeru on a work trip. Things are going great.
वैसे ब्रो आप किस पे पुल करने वाले हो? वीरेंद्र सिंह यार, अगर होता तो सब C6 दिखते ना फिर। मैंने आज तक एक बार लूज किया जिसमें बेनी के लिए अवार्ड मिले थे शायद, स्काईवर्ड वाली। ओके 11 विन करी है मैंने। ओह
Navigating the
नाइस,
world is a whole lot
लक
easier
होता
with
आपके
few
जैसा
different
फिर।
identities to choose from.
टीम
Need
पे
me to come up with some for
साउंड
you?
इंक्रीज कर दे। ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू ब्रो। अब देखो, हेलो हेलो
I got a
हेलो,
new letter from an
अब आ रहा
informant.
है?
Looks like the situation has changed again.
हम्म, आ रहा है क्या ब्रो अब? गेम का साउंड बोल रहे हो मेरा माइक का?
Wind blade.
ऐसे वो गेन से
Navigating the
बढ़ाना
world is a
पड़ेगा।
whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
अरे हाँ घेतलेला मी, चिकनच घेतलेला। चल इधर चलते आज जाके जाको। अरे उतलो है। लाइव चेक
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
ना काफी है। डेवलप कर, हाँ वो एक चाहिए होंगे हार्ट।
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
साउंड स्वीट नहीं ब्रो,
Take it easy.
बहुत ये करना हार्ट्स। काम कर
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Welcome. How can I help you?
मार बच। हेलो यार कम है यार की वजह से।
Transfixed.
ये क्या था? नहीं
This is where
देखो ये मत जाओ। एक बच्चा है।
overruled. Quietly now.
भेटेल भेटेल का भेटेल वहाँ पे
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Things are about to get dicey. Fun's over.
अभी करना बघूया ब्रो
Laid bare. Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
पहले जमा करो
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see. Overruled. Go on. Witness my rise. Transfixed.
जा टीपी ले ले उधर
about to get dicey.
This is where you fall. Overruled.
टीबीझेडचा आवाज काय नाही ब्रो मी नाही हे करत बॅकग्राऊंडला येतोय काय हॅलो हॅलो देखो ते एवढे झाले नाही फार्म लास्ट टाइम लास्टच असतील आपण जा कोण रिसेट केलं
Transfixed.
Busted.
ये नहीं नहीं आराम से फिर ओके सगळीकडे नको हे करत बसू ते होईल की आउटच राहणार नाही दाखवाय आलो आलो
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Gotcha.
लास्ट ट्राय लेता इकडे गेट करू
gutsy.
बार Oh, hi Samir, welcome to this.
Laid bare.
Gotcha.
Retrieve your food. मैं भाई पहले ये करूँगा, चेक करूँगा उनके कैरेक्टर्स का बिल्ड होगा, सारे कैरेक्टर्स उस हिसाब से लूँगा। जो डेंड्रो चाहिए
Transfixed.
हो सकता है मैं किनिश ले लूँ, वो अच्छा रहा तो। अब नहीं अच्छा रहा तो भाई आर्कॉन के लिए वेट करो वेपन के साथ।
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Everybody stand back!
What about you, bro? कौन सा पुल करने? तो अच्छा है।
Laid bare. Witness my rise. Overruled. Clouds high. The birds call.
Yes bro, sure. बस UID ड्रॉप करो।
Time to go.
I'm going in!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
अरे देखते हैं ब्रो। ज़्यादा ही अच्छी
What could the children be up to?
They are
Never mind.
55
Let them
about
do as
fun.
they please.
कौन सा कैरेक्टर ये करना है? कमिंग है। M21 Bad bro. Okay, black clip का बस रिफाइनमेंट ये करो, फिर आप यही यूज कर रहे हो ना, ट्राई करो ये भी वेपन। ओह, फिर तो बहुत अच्छा बिल्ड किया है ब्रो। क्यूट ब्रो, मस्त है बिल्ड। बढ़िया मेंटेन यार भी हो। ये वाली इंक्रीज कुछ चाहिए, ये भी करो। और आपको ज़्यादा ये करना है ना, आप उधर से ये कर सकते हो, प्रेफरेंस देख सकते हो इसका, तो ये करना है ओके, उस हिसाब से ये करना बढ़िया है। अगर आप ये करोगे तब ये करोगे, ऐसे करोगे, दोनों करोगे तो डैमेज ही मिलेगा। और अच्छा बिल्ड किया है ब्रो आपने, आर्टिफैक्ट भी मिल गया है आपको। ग्रेट नाइस क्वालिटी पीस है ब्रो। अटैक 10 अब यही पर गया है बस, बाकी सब डैमेज पे चल दिया ब्रो। ये भी पीस किचन टाइम भाई, ग्रेट भाई, ये भी क्वार्टरली पीस है। ऐसे पीस मुझे क्या नहीं मिलते भाई। रुको ब्रो, करना पड़ेगा। हेलो हेलो, अब आ रहा है क्या? हेलो, अब आ रहा है? बस चैट पे ये कर देना भाई, टाइप कर देना अगर आ रहा है तो। अब शायद से OBS का कुछ तो सीन हुआ है, बपर हो रहा है आवाज़। ओ हाँ, मैं जो बोल रहा वही ना, या फिर गेम का। मुझे हटा देना चाहिए फिर, कि मैंने फिल्टर्स एक लगा के रखे थे ब्रो माइक पे, फिल्टर्स को ही हटा देता हूँ।
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
भी हटा देता हूँ, लिमिटर को भी हटा देता हूँ। अब देखो, अब आ रहा है। गेमिंग तो बढ़िया था भाई आपका। ये देखते हैं आप, पायरो डैमेज बोनस, क्रिट डैमेज नाइस, क्रिट रेट भी यहाँ पर भी आपको मिल जाएगा ना, तो भाई आपका अनदर लेवल होगा फिर। अब सर्कुलेट देखते हैं, क्रिट रेट का सर्कुलेट ओके यूज़ कर रहे हो, क्रिट डैमेज मस्त मिला है, EM भी मिला है मस्त, ये भी अच्छा पीस है भाई। 20+ जब भी क्रिट डैमेज मिलता है ना क्रिट रेट पे, तो फिर अच्छा पीस बन जाता है। अब ठीक है, ओके। थैंक यू ब्रो, बताने के लिए शुक्रिया।
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I
अब
can't
यही
promise
था
you'll
लगा।
like
और
what
आपको
you see.
कौन सा ये करना था? गामिंग और याइमी को, राइट? ओके, मैक्स HP 17268 है। अटैक ओके 1200 का अटैक है। आप और बढ़ा सकते हो इससे अटैक। देखते हैं कैसा है बिल्ड, और तब जाके ये करेंगे, डिसाइड करेंगे। ये भी अच्छा है 218, नाइस। वेपन कौन सा कर रहे हो? विड सीट, नाइस। ये बेस्ट वेपन है और लेवल 90 करके रखना ब्रो, बढ़िया है ये। और अच्छे खासे आपको रिफाइनमेंट मिल जाएगा ना ये वेपन के, तो फिर गॉडली वेपन बन जाता है ब्रो। 5 स्टार को भी टक्कर दे सकता है ये वेपन। गोल्डन ट्रू, नाइस चॉइस ब्रो। मैं भी यही बताने वाला था, 4 पीस दो, बढ़िया है। उसका ज़्यादातर डैमेज वो स्किल से ही आता है, बर्स्ट पे इतना फोकस मत ही करना ब्रो इसके। बस स्किल पे फोकस करो और डैमेज पाते जाओ। ओके, कॉन्स्टेलेशन कितने? C1, नाइस। फिर तो कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है ब्रो। 386, ओके। इसको भी ये करो, पहले स्किल को ये करो भाई, लेवल 10 ये कर दो। अगर आप ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हो नहीं है तो इसको भाई क्राउन कर दो स्किल को, ओके, लेवल 10 तक। और ये जो है ना उसको 9 पर जाकर रख दो भाई, अल्ट को। ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है ब्रो ये करना, सबसे पहले यही करो, फिर बाद में ये करना। आर्टिफैक्ट्स पे चलते अब, देखते हैं ब्रो। सर्कुलेट देखते हैं। क्रिट रेट का, क्रिट डैमेज 19.4%, EM ज़्यादा है तो अच्छा ही है ब्रो,
Never mind.
बढ़िया है। बस ये
Let them
HP का
do as
नहीं
they
मिलना चाहिए था,
please.
ये थोड़ा सा बेकार बना देता है इस पीस को। बाकी ये दोनों स्टैट्स अच्छे हैं, क्रिट डैमेज, क्रिट EM। ओके, अब देखते गॉबलेट। गॉबलेट में इलेक्ट्रो डैमेज बोनस है, क्रिट डैमेज 20.2%। वैसे अच्छे मिले ब्रो आपको ये वाले। अटैक 16.3% है, नाइस। ER ज़्यादा लो क्योंकि ER लगेगा आपको अगर बर्स्ट भी यूज़ करना है तो, ओके। क्रिट रेट यहाँ पर भी मिलना चाहिए था, अगर मिलता तो आपको स्टैट्स में बहुत बूस्ट हो जाते आप, ओके। बढ़िया है वैसे पीस भाई, बिगिनर के हिसाब से तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही बढ़िया है।
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my
Sand देखते
undivided
EM
attention.
यूज़ किया है, ये भी नाइस चॉइस है। वैसे आप अटैक भी ट्राई कर सकते हैं अगर EM से अच्छा खासा डैमेज नहीं मिल रहा है, आप ज़्यादा रिएक्शंस नहीं करते हो तो फिर आप अटैक यूज़ करो, या फिर आप EM ही रहने दो। बस इधर स्टैट्स कुछ ज़्यादा बढ़ाने का ट्राई करो ब्रो, क्रिट रेट, क्रिट डैमेज मिलने का ट्राई करो, फिर बढ़िया रहेगा आपके लिए। इसलिए आपने ये किया नहीं है शायद से, लेवल अप नहीं किया है शायद से। I'm F2P, I got lucky and got C1 यामी को। ओ भाई, फिर तो आपका लक का मानना पड़ेगा, बढ़िया लक है आपके पास। ऐसा ही लक मुझे भी दे दो भाई। चलो ये वाले, हाँ ये वाला बढ़िया है ब्रो, मस्त है ये वाला, एकदम बैलेंस्ड है और परफेक्ट पीस है ब्रो। सब कुछ जो चाहिए वही है। एनर्जी रिचार्ज, क्रिट रेट, एलिमेंटल मास्टरी, क्रिट डैमेज, भाई इससे अच्छा और नहीं हो सकता पीस। परफेक्ट बैलेंस्ड पीस है ये, बढ़िया। अब देखते हैं इसका क्रिट रेट। ओ व्हाट, ये कैसे भाई, कैसे मिल गया भाई ये वाला? तो भाई पहली बार देख रहा हूँ मैं क्रिट रेट 20.2% भाई। हाँ भाई, फ्लावर ने तो भाई सबके होश उड़ा दिए भाई, फ्लावर। बढ़िया मिला है भाई क्रिट रेट भाई, 2 पीस का एक ही पीस में मिला है भाई आपको क्रिट रेट, और क्या चाहिए। अब देखते 80 to 173, नाइस रेशो ब्रो, बढ़िया। मेरे आई का भी इतना डैमेज ये नहीं है, रेशो नहीं है ब्रो, मस्त है ब्रो। आपकी आई में को तो तबाही मचा देगी भाई, स्पाइरल में करोगे तो, यूज़ करोगे तो। माई बेस्ट आर्टिफैक्ट, हाँ भाई वो तो भाई मैंने मेरे पूरे करियर में मुझे नहीं मिला भाई इसके। 3 साल की जर्नी थी ना, उसमें नहीं मिला भाई मेरे को। मेरी देखो ये भाई, ये क्या है भाई, सीआर का वेपन यूज़ करना पड़ रहा, नहीं विडसिड यूज़ किया है मैंने, R5 करके रखा है देखो, मैं भी वही यूज़
Staring
कर
into
रहा
my
हूँ।
eyes is ill-advised.
और
I can't
टैलेंट्स मैंने
promise
ये
you'll
करके
like
रखे हैं
what
ब्रो,
you see.
आप भी ये कर सकते हो। पहले ये इसी को भाई प्रेफरेंस दो, स्किल को, फिर इसको। ओके, कॉन्स्टलेशन नहीं है मेरे पास। ये क्या करता है, इनको थंडर, हाँ अरे यार तो मिलता रहेगा आपको इससे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ब्रो, बढ़िया है। मेरे पे ये वाले स्टार्ट से यार 150 है, मुझे भी मिले होंगे क्या उतने, अभी ये चाहिए डार्क स्टेप। क्या क्या फार्म करना पड़ रहा है इसके लिए। क्या करूँ इधर, यहाँ पे चले, ऐसे जाना पड़ेगा दूर दूर तक है यार, वेपन के लिए 8, कभी इसको मारा ही नहीं होगा इसलिए तो शायद से को मिल गया अपने को।
I'm going in!
के लिए था ये
Quietly now.
Witness my rise. Laid bare.
Busted.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's lock!
As one with wind and cloud.
एक ही मिल रहे होंगे शायद से 2 मिल गए देखते हैं कि नहीं डार्क स्टार नीचे क्यों जा रहा है भाई क्या नहीं भाई किधर है मिल गया कोई भी नहीं आया था तो मिल सकता है
Gutsy.
ज़्यादा मिल गया डार्कनेस को लाइट से हराना है भाई.
Transfixed.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
जा भाई जल्दी.
Laid bare.
Take it easy.
Yeah! Everybody stand back!
Clouds high. The birds... Quietly now.
This is philosophy of prosperity. ये मैंने करना चाहिए अपने को पहले. तो ये कितने पे देखते हैं? साउंड्स कितने हैं अपने पास? यहाँ पे उधर यहीं पे मिलता है रियलिटी.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Your dues. You can't run from debt. You can't run from debt.
Things are about to get dicey.
As one with wind and cloud.
मस्त डैमेज दे रही भाई कुत्ता भाई अच्छा हुआ भाई पुल किया बस ये भी लोग अच्छा चल रहा है भाई
Quietly now.
Wind strike.
I'm going in!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Time to go. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night into the wind.
This is where Here comes the catch.
Witness my rise. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Can't run from death.
चलो अभी तो नहीं मिला मिल जाएगा
Quietly now.
मर गए
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Go on.
ये लंका का लेवल 90 हो जाए ना तो मजा आएगा लास्ट
Going in!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
एक फिलोसॉफी वाला नाइस हो गया शायद से prosperity मिल रहे हैं 4 एक ही बच्चा यार एक के लिए रुकना पड़ेगा ओ हेलो अर्पित वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम ब्रो कैसे हो थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग ब्रो आवाज़ आ रहा है ना स्ट्रीम पे डार्क स्टैचू क्या भी है उसको वही अपग्रेड करना पड़ेगा। हाँ स्ट्रीम परफेक्ट है। ओके ओके थैंक यू ब्रो, थैंक यू सो मच बताने के लिए। अरे वो आवाज़ चली जा रही थी। वैसे क्या हाल चाल ब्रो? चलो 21 बना देते हैं इसको, लगने वाले हैं अपने को। भी करता हूँ अब हो जाएगा। अरे मैं भी बढ़िया ब्रो। शोधा चाहिए भाई ये वाले तो दिखाऊँ गई होना कि ये तो मिल जाएगा अपने लिए। नहीं क्राफ्ट नहीं किए शायद से, नहीं किए भाई ये वाले। हाँ चाहिए बस और चाहिए अपने को। अब देखिए जरा इसको। चलो देखते हैं अब क्या कुछ हम कर पाते भी है या नहीं। इसके स्टार्ट्स अभी के लिए ये वेपन के साथ ये लेवल 70 वेपन के साथ एम्ब्लेम दिया है 4 पीस कॉन्स्टलेशन में। ये टैलेंट्स 1 9 10 ये भी बच गया भाई एक की वजह से। एक चाहिए था बस अपने को जाता भी।
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Quietly now. Clouds high. The birds come.
विदाउट भाई हाइड्रो भी बोलता था। ओह थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग आरपी ब्रो। मुझे लग रहा है जेंशिन अब धीरे धीरे पॉपुलर हो रहा है इंडिया में। हाँ भाई सच कह रहे हो आप, ये तो हो रहा है भाई कुछ ज़्यादा ही भाई। अब ये चढ़ रही है भाई जेंशिन के। अरे पहले क्या होता था बताए ब्रो, वो कुछ लोगों को ज़्यादातर लैंग्वेज का इशू होता है तो भाई हिंदी में या और कोई लैंग्वेज में ये नहीं कर रहा था ना, गाइड वीडियोस नहीं बनाता था। अब भाई वो भी बंदे आ गए। इस हिसाब से उनके लिए खेलना भी आसान हो गया है, तो बंदे जुड़ रहे हैं भाई धीरे धीरे। यहाँ पर भी ट्राई कर सकते हैं वैसे। अभी इसको बफ करके देखते हैं हाइड्रो को, शायद से डैमेज मिल रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा। ये रन को बफ करते हैं। वैसे भी कभी कभी स्पाइरल में वो बफ हो जाती है गलती से, तो इस बार भाई जानबूझकर करेंगे उसको ही। वो गोली ना मार दे भाई दूर से। मे भी एजेंसी में न्यू व्यू। ओ नाइस तो खेलो बढ़िया है भाई, मस्त है।
Gotcha. We
Wind strike.
Going in!
Things are about to get dicey.
वाल ये तो ज़्यादा ही डैमेज दे रही भाई। चल भाई उड़ जा।
Laid bare.
Busted.
नॉन क्रिट
Fallen leaves. Adorn my.
Everybody stand back!
यार कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा यार। ये आइड्रो इसका यार थोड़ा कम है। 140 है भाई, एटलीस्ट 180 चाहिए अपने को। आर्टिफैक्ट तो सही है वैसे।
Take it easy.
Transfix.
Quietly now. Here comes the cash.
14 को guys। बढ़िया डैमेज मिल रहा है भाई ये गन से भी। लेवल 90 करने के बाद भी और ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगा 15 के मे बी 16 के तक।
Going in!
As one with wind and cloud.
Busted.
85 के ये लाल स्वील डैमेज भी बहुत ज़्यादा आ रहा है। दूसरी टीम ट्राई करता है। रुको डीलू के साथ पता चलेगा इसका तो डैमेज। हाँ रुको इसकी जगह ये करता हूँ।
Who's our target this time?
अब शायद से डीलो की स्ट्रांग बन जाएगा। ओके कहाँ पर भाई ट्राई करो इसको। मुर्गे पे ट्राई करते हैं चलो।
Wind strike.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Busted.
71 के नाइस। इसमें तो नहीं मे भी यहाँ पर कुछ डैमेज दे पाए।
Game's up. Fun's over.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my nut.
Everybody stand back!
What it is?
Wind strike.
Going in! Let's light it up!
मर गया भाई मर गया। डीलो भी स्ट्रांग बन गया अब। गेंशिन में न्यू यू ओके फिर तो बढ़िया भाई एंजॉय करो गेम को बस
Take it easy.
थोड़ा बहुत खेलो भाई मजे करो बस अबे हमें तो ये करना था ना डीलुक का ये करना है अपने को ये लाइन तो नहीं चलेगी यहाँ पर ये लेना पड़ेगा शायद से हाँ
A walk would be nice.
अब पता चलेगा कितना भाई स्ट्रॉन्ग है ये भी नहीं चलेगा ब्रो
The hunt begins.
देखते हैं टीम के साथ अगर अच्छे से हुआ तो ठीक नहीं तो भाई
I'm here.
उनको क्विट करना पड़ेगा ये वाला ख्याल ये टीम के साथ
Teamwork is dreamwork. I'm a rock. Yeah.
As one with wind and cloud.
Look at you.
Retribution!
नहीं उस पर रिएक्शन ही अप्लाई नहीं हुआ मैं जा रहा हूँ भाई देखते हैं 81 तक जा रहा हूँ क्या ये मिला है क्या हाँ ये भी मिल गया अप्लाई क्यों नहीं हो रहा कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया ये हो गया
I'm a rock. Think you can bully me?
देखते हैं इसकी कितनी स्ट्रांग है बहुत स्ट्रांग है भाई ये भी चलो बाद में आता हूँ तुम्हें मारने भूलो बताओ पहले
Let's go.
Wind strike.
I'm going in. Shaken and stirred. Catch. Diana special.
Clouds high. The birds
नहीं यार पायरो बिगड़ रहा है पायरो हटाना पड़ेगा अपने को इसको हटाना पड़ेगा
A walk would be nice.
ये देखते हैं लेके ये वाली टीम
Stabilize.
Pew-pew! Yeah! I'm a rock! Can't handle your drink!
Gather. Time for retribution.
नहीं ऐसा भी नहीं मैं एक ही अब 24 बचा है वो तो इधर यूज करूँगा मैं फिर इधर का मार दिया था मैंने मार दिया था इधर से भी ऊपर वाला बचाओ है Can do it. 267 with money है स्टेशन C2 है C3 नहीं है अपने पास
Wind strider. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
You think you can bully me? Scratch! Huh, I'm here. Look at you, Boozound!
Stabilize.
Let's go, let's go!
क्या दिक्कत नहीं है कुछ नहीं है भाई क्या चल रहा है पर ट्राई करते हैं चलो
Solidify. Stabilize.
Shaken and stirred! Diana special!
Clouds high. The birds.
Word it is.
You think you can bully me? Scratch!
Wind strider.
Pew pew! Let's go, let's go!
Order guide you.
ये भी मिलेगा ये मिलेगा ओ यार ये भी लास्ट ट्राई से फिर भाई हमें देखना पड़ेगा कैसे कर सकते हैं जैसे
Time to go.
Shaken and stirred!
As one with wind and cloud.
Can't handle your drink! Huh.
सीन है क्या? ट्राई तो अप्लाई नहीं कर रहे। दो एरो लग रहे हैं भाई ऐसे करने के लिए। हाँ अरे
I will have order.
One with nature. Time to go.
से कर रहा हूँ मैं स्ट्रीम। ओके जीटी
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. Time to go. Time to go.
तो जाएगा वैसे भी ना मिला है अपने को। Simulacra 16% when there are opponents nearby the damage taken by the wielder of this weapon is 20%. This will take it or not. बड़ा यार अच्छा वेपन है ये। 90 करना है, इसमें दिखाना है अपने को। ये कम पड़ रहे भाई, अब बताओ कैसे करें। ये चाहिए होगा, ये भी तो करना है। ये करूँ तो शायद से कुछ हो पाए। इसको तो बाय बाय करना पड़ेगा फिर।
Time to go.
Chang. Netland. से सीधे चले जाएंगे उधर तक आराम से। क्वेस्ट कर लेते हैं पहले।
Time to go.
बच्चे हैं सब।
Just following orders. Time to go.
बेचारा फोकट में मर गया उधर। क्या करके बैठा है? पता चला।
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
ठीक है, नारी तो बचा रहा भाई उसको।
can finally go talk to them. What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too. Hey! Aren't you Sino, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey! Hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? Silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him. And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground.
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, hold on. Who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Ooh, I'm scared. kidnap Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raga met in the town?
Well, that's wrong. Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you have...
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Freeze! Dodge this!
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.
Freeze!
Guess we can rest a bit.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Dodge this!
I still have a lot to do with the gig. How about you take a rest while I go back?
डेंजर बंदे भाई इससे बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा इसका फैसला करके ही भाई आज बंद करेंगे ये वाला क्वेस्ट खत्म करके
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. I'm scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
अब पेश है भाई यार जला हुआ डी लुक चल जाओ सिंह से अली बाबा की गुफा है भाई ये
All right, you can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended?
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! The guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves?
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors. Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some... He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait. kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. I guess you could say I've never...
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to. Nope.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place. Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Mm-hmm.
ये तो हमें भेजना चाहता है भाई बस दूर और कुछ
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound. So that's something.
प्रोफेसर के चक्कर में मैं इनके फाइट
Ah, here he is.
कुछ तो होने वाला है भाई इधर
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos.
Paimon.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Cyrus को दिया है ना इसने।
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life. And to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Let's leave, Sino. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come.
Sino didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can...
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children.
क्या हो गया भाई पास्ट में जो इतना intense
You
हो रहा है?
recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then, you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his... We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave. But that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here to revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Moon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment. Resonant as the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, but as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Sino. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. Now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Sino. He's the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Simon, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Sino was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Sino was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the...
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you've turned your back.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Sino. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then... there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Sino refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest.
Wait, those ears... So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid! Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we...
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Moon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos... you...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. Things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tainari made a good point earlier. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the Professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my Professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Sino. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Operations.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about it.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermanubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermanubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way.
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. So I will challenge them head-on, and win the right to wield this power for myself.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Sino. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches...
Sounds very fitting. I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Sino, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no...
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and...
Yeah, that's right! Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself. Yeah, When you put it that way, I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Exactly!
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. Prejudice has pushed people apart. But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba Moon cares for many more things than he lets on. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
Okay, again, 8 बजने का इंतजार.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Hermanubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst.
तो वकांडा की तरह हो गया भाई.
This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with representing the Temple of Silence, the Defender.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decisions, Ethos.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of... We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Hermanubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight. Fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. She's very strong. Sending her out first will definitely intimidate the opposing side.
Okay, then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
तो डल ब्लेड के साथ.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with her, or Paimon will make you regret it!
A little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite the duelists of the second bout to... When you're both ready...
Let's begin.
Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
I'll uproot you! Keep up. One with the force. Can't see?
अबे डीलुक की स्वाड रह गई थी अजीब ही ग्लिच हो गया
Thus ends the second bout.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the rite. But when you're both ready,
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Ba-Moon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power.
I am Sino, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
भाई साइनो में भाई बातें बहुत ये है भाई
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well, and I know what he expects of me, but our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at the streets below. Then I thought of you, Sino. You and I both wield the same power, but the lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. Might, glory, one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us, shaped the course of our lives. We are his vessels, and yet we are more besides. So show me your answer, Sino. Show me I can be more than my faith, more than the power I wield. Show me the person I can become! Bring it on!
Oh, nice cutscene. बढ़िया.
you've got. What happened is searching for your answer. Fight's over.
Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule-Tula Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
बेचारा
Grandfather.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah. He's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanubis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure I did foresee this possibility and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader, Sethos. I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Ba-Moon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Ba-Moon looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Ba-Moon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader. Just think of it as doing me a favor.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the temple too.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Ba-Moon's intentions from the very beginning. That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Hermanubis would be concentrated in one single person. Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength. And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple. Much less integrate the temple into the academia, but he knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free from the burdens of the past. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivia. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the academia. In that sense, the right of duels was just a means to an end. Thank you for everything, Sino. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge. The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes. By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Valuka Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other. From the founding of the Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest. In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
I like this story.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes. Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the academia to come and meet you in the desert. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
हो गया किटी में जाना है
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age?
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation can come up with, is it? It is...
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you...
I've got nothing more to say.
What do you mean, bag of... Okay, look.
1 month? Try through...
Minori's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me? We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Hyman's coming too!
Hey, Kale.
Ryzen के साथ?
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind?
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know?
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of...
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right. Guess it's time to play my ace in the hole. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset. But, I was just wondering. Remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madam Farazan will show you around the old classroom. Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official academia
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right! What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup. Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
2 people left.
अभी तक भाई इसको करना है ऊपर से करना पड़ेगा Nice.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Al-Haytham engaged in...
We're just reorganizing all the books we used.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had...
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future. Now, as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great. Although, after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another...
Sure. Let's go.
चाय से कॉफ़ी पीनी है उसके साथ और खत्म हो गया अपनी
And then the traveler just pounced up their opponent and knocked him right out cold. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts.
Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
आर्कन को भी हरा सकती है उससे भाई लड़ाई करोगे तो क्या ही होगा ना
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Sai.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before.
Yeah, huge place. It felt like something right out of an epic poem. Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
एवरीवन का पता नहीं भाई पाइमोन जरूर
I
एंजॉय कर
think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's finally wrapped up now. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Sino got, they were really good.
Do you 3 have anything planned for the... If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret for now. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
Well, now Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
इन्होंने मेंशन किधर किया था
Been a while since I last made my way up here. Need any help? As you wish.
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view. We're so high up, we can...
Traveler. Turn around.
Oh, scenery है भाई.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends. When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then. And back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way. Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Sino accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Those were good times. I kind of miss the student life.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Sino doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop. There's somebody there. It's Professor Cyrus. You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to jump down. Be careful.
Oh my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Professor, what?
Sino. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old...
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the Sage's office. I must have forgotten to take it with me, and no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the Academia earlier to discuss my... Well, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. Well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Was that not... Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious. Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Look how cute you were when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now you're besting me at those little quips, too.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
That's more like it. Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have got to beat Zaha Hadi.
Or you could find a real hobby, Professor.
We are complete. कितने ये कितने शॉप में जाके करके रखता हूँ. 40 तो सेव किया है अभी के लिए, चाहिए होंगे। Shanks, welcome to the stream, bro. 95537. Okay. Okay, 505. यही है ना ब्रो? सोल सोसाइटी याकुजो वही। लेवल 80 है ब्रो, लेवल 90 करके रख दो। टैक 1997 ओके बढ़िया है। स्टैट्स भी देख लेते हैं। ट्रेड 41, क्रिट डैमेज 109, नाइस। एनर्जी चार 141 बढ़िया है। डैमेज बोनस नहीं सुने AR के लिए यूज़ किया है। ओके अगर ये यूज़ कर रहे हो ना तो लेवल 90 करके रखना को AR मिलता रहेगा उसके लिए ज़्यादातर, और ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाएगा ये भी स्टैट्स। आर्टिफैक्ट सेट कोई नहीं है क्या अभी? अरे 56 है आर्टिफैक्ट सेट। इसके लिए नया वाला सेट आया था, वो आप ये कर सकते हो। आप ऐसे भी चेक कर सकते हो कौन सा ये देते हैं वगैरह। वो क्रूट रेट क्या मिला है भाई 10.5, हिट डैमेज कम है बस। लेकिन ये इसका अपना खुद का सेट दे दो भाई, तब तक के लिए ये इतना अच्छे से काम नहीं करेगी। ऑन क्रिट रेट 15.9, क्रिट डैमेज 12.4, मस्त है यार। लेकिन ये सर्कुलेट है ब्रो, अटैक का सर्कुलेट ज़्यादातर कोई यूज़ ही नहीं करता ब्रो। लेकिन मस्त है भाई आर्टिफैक्ट, तब भाई एकदम ही। वो डैमेज बोनस, हाँ ये अच्छा मिला है ब्रो, दोनों भी है उसमें, क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज। ये भी मस्त है स्टैंड्स, लेकिन आपको वो वाला चाहिए, उसका 4 सेट वाला। ओके क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज, क्रिट रेट बढ़िया है, ये तो देखा हुआ था। इसमें नहीं है कुछ क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज, फिर भी भाई आपको बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा अच्छे से। C1 है वो, नाइस। इससे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा बेटर मतलब ये हो जाएगा, एक जंप एक्स्ट्रा भी मिल जाता है इससे। ये भी लेवल अप करो बस्ट वाला, अगर जिसमें आपको ज़्यादा ये है ना वो आप क्राउन कर सकते हो। मेरे ख्याल से आप ये वाला क्राउन कर दो इसका बस्ट बढ़िया रहेगा वो। बाकी तो सब ठीक है ब्रो, बस आर्टिफैक्ट्स आपके सेट वाइज सेट बोनस नहीं मिला है एक भी आपको, वो देखना पड़ेगा आपको। अच्छे से बिल्ड करो। ओके मेरे पास तो नहीं है ब्रो, तो मैं इतना ये नहीं कर सकता ब्रो आप बिल्ड के बारे में, लेकिन आप हम बिल्ड का पता लगा सकते हैं। अब जेंशिन ने अच्छा एक ये दिया है, आपको बताता हूँ कैसे। समझो ये आपकी शनियन है, तो उसको कैसे करें। आर्टिफैक्ट्स में जाओ और इधर ये ऑप्शन लिखा आएगा, मतलब दिख जाएगा ये वाला सिंबल, उस पर